So the whole thing with the tritone sub, first of all, understanding that the substitute comes from the 5 chord. So you're thinking of that as a flat 5 interval away from the 5 chord. The easiest way to think about it in a 2-5-1 is just a chromatic descending bass line of D minor 7th. There's your D flat 7th to C major. So instead of now, there's a lot of approaches for this. An easy one, the Wes Montgomery approach is a really beautiful one because he would improvise off the 2 chord, and then instead of going direct to the 5 chord, he would put a 2 chord in front of it. So a lot of times you hear Wes play like that kind of sound. It's really beautiful. So he would take the A flat minor. That's over those. So here I played D minor 7th. Want to play that? Now just go to a, like A D flat 7th with a regular 9th. There I'm playing an A flat Dorian scale. So even though you're playing that D flat 7th with the 9th, which has elements of the A flat minor 7th, I'm thinking of this A flat, which is a real Wes thing. Yeah, like one thing I was doing was I was taking the D minor, like top ends of the last thing actually was this D minor 7, right? Which is just verbatim is a D flat minor 7th arpeggio. Now, if I go up a half step, E flat minor 7th against the D flat 7th or G 7th chord, this is part of the A flat Dorian scale or D flat Mixolydian scale. So this E flat minor 7th lives inside that scale. So I'm able to get away with that. As a connection, exactly. Then if I move up another half step against C major 7th, I've got a D, B, G, and an E. Okay, here's the first one. So here I've got an E flat. So against the G7th, that would be a sharp 5. Or the E flat would be the 9th on a D flat 7th. You know? Then what do we got? Okay, now we got an F sharp, which is kind of an outside note. I mean, you don't want to. Yeah, it works because it's a transitory note that's kind of going off the to the next note, the B flat, which is the sharp 9 or 13th. So the ear is accepting that because it's transitory. We're not stopping on it. If we just stop on that note, it's not going to sound very good. Then if we go up to the F, the C major 7th, of course, we've got the E, which is the 3rd, G is the 5th, B is the, of course, major 7th, and the 9th. So we've kind of got a little outside note in there, don't we? Most guitar players like that kind of sound anyway. It's like good sentence structure too, because if it's part of your story. I mean, and if you're standing behind the notes that you play in, it's going to come across that way. Talk a little bit about modal playing. One of the best modes to start on when you're first getting involved in this is the Dorian mode. See, all these clusters are D Dorian. Too many people just pay attention to what the scale is. They'll have a scale written and a chord, and they're not really thinking about what the altered notes are. I may start here. That helps me to learn, internalize the whole position.